I was inspired by the process itself because mediation immerses people in problem solving in a unique way. I started out in 1986 as a trial, arbitration, and appellate lawyer. I attended a few hundred mediations as an advocate before I took mediation training in 1997, and I loved it. I love the process, I love problem solving. I view mediation as organized problem solving. I've always loved puzzles and quizzes, and I did better in geometry than algebra, so mediation was an easy fit. I'm fortunate because of my practice background that I have a pretty wide array of interesting cases. They fall really into 5 categories. Number 1 is construction law. I was a construction lawyer and litigator, so because of that, I do not only construction defect cases, but I also do construction transactions, and I have a smaller subspecialty, if you will, in project completion, troubled projects that need some guidance and some assistance to get to conclusion. The second main area is business disputes, and you can use your imagination. Any way that 2 businesses can have a dispute, whether it's unfair trade, whether it arises out of an agriculture transaction or an intellectual property transaction, business dissolution, those kinds of disputes. The third area is real estate and land use. That tends to be issues regarding developments, regarding restrictive covenants, easements, anything you can imagine about dirt and land and the uses to which it's put. I was also a board-certified personal injury trial lawyer for part of my career, so because of that, all kinds of tort cases. I've done medical malpractice cases, facility work, and then the 5th area is first-party insurance. Whether that's windstorm or wildfires, natural disasters. I also have a niche practice in long-term disability benefits. First is learning, not only learning about the details of the case and the basic facts, but what are the interests and how do the parties communicate with each other? How can I best communicate with the parties? When I learned that, then the first job of a mediator is to listen, to be respectful, and to try to understand the other person's point of view. Then it's time to go to work, and whatever form that takes, that's the best way to approach the problem. What people have said is that you have familiarity with the process, not necessarily the subject matter. I think people assume that if you're going to mediate a case, you have some acquaintance with the subject matter. I've had people tell me that in addition to treating people respectfully, I have a way of building rapport and trust with strangers quickly and meet people to visit with them and speak with them on their level without looking down at them or being patronizing. I think the one thing that everybody knows is that I'll continue to work. If we don't get done on mediation day, I view that not as the end of the process, but just the part of the next process, which is the additional follow-up work. I like to train with weights. I like to play classic fantasy baseball on the computer so I can immerse in the history of baseball, and I can manage my own team of my favorite players from days past.